know what steps to take to settle in the UK. In this video, I'm going to cover what steps you should take once you arrive in the UK on a skilled worker visa or any other visa for that matter, maybe a spouse visa or any other visa where your plan is to live in the UK for a longer term. I have also followed these steps myself. I have made mistakes and I've learned from them. These are the questions that have been asked by many viewers and also while consultations and many clients as well to me, that once we arrive in the UK on a skilled worker visa, what are the steps we need to take, how to settle down, what is the council tax bill, registering with the GP, admissions for schools, etc., etc., credit scores, opening bank accounts and all. So in this video, I'm going to address some of those things which I have learned by trial error myself. When I came to the UK, even I had those issues. I didn't know what to do, driving license, etc., etc. So anyone coming live can ask your questions. Anyways, I will do the usual advice session. But at the same time, in this video, I will be covering this aspect where you have just landed in the UK, you don't know what to do. Many times I do advise skilled workers. I also do for corporates and all, where clients have been asking me, okay, what do I do first when I enter the UK? And this is the common questions I'm always asked. So by the end of this video, you will definitely know what steps you should take, what are the different things, aspects of UK that you need to know. I'm outside now, but still I will cover this. This is a topic that I have been aiming to make a video on. Many people have asked me questions on this. I know first time when you move to a country, it is difficult. I'm outside, I'm currently in Costco, I'm shopping as well. So time management. So I will manage my time to the best. That's what I always recommend everyone. Efficient use of time. So to begin with, anyone coming live can ask your questions, but in this live, I will try and answer definitely. But on the side, while there are no live questions, I will be addressing what you need to do once you come to the UK on any visa for that matter, especially skilled worker visa, spouse visa. So the first things people ask me, not everything may apply to you. I'll also restore this video on the channel so everyone can watch this in your own time. So preferably I will start with address proofs. Every time individuals come to the UK on spouse visas and all, they always ask what are the different types of documents that I should get registered with so that I don't have any issues with the cohabitation evidence. So I will cover different aspects. This is one of them that I will get asked. I'll also cover the skilled worker visas and everything. So either you are in the UK on a spouse visa or a dependent partner visa, anytime you extend or when you apply for ILR, every time you have to give cohabitation evidence. So that is a common evidence. Every time Home Office will ask you this evidence, I can tell you that. So the best thing is always, if you're renting a place along with your partner, register yourself on the council tax. Call the council, put your name on the council if you are renting a private property. I'll come to a shared accommodation also. So if you are renting a place privately with your partner, then definitely put yourself on the council tax from the first month you arrive in the UK. That's the number one point. Council tax is a very strong evidence for any application where you are trying to show genuine relationship, whether you are a dependent partner on any visa, skilled worker, graduate route, whatever visa that is, I don't care, or if it is a spouse visa or unmarried partner visa. Every time council tax is a very, very strong evidence. Home offices sometimes, I remember caseworkers asking me to send that, and just by sending that one document, they would agree to approve the visa. So it has happened many times. So as soon as you arrive in the UK, then definitely register. If you are renting a property privately with your partner, put yourself on the council tax bill. The tenancy agreement, yes, you can submit that, but that doesn't have much of value. They focus mainly on government issued documents, so that is a very important one. The second thing, yeah, so if you are renting just a room, sometimes it happens, I know students may come, they may share a room and all. Even when me and my wife started, we were sharing a room. So at that time, you may not have the option of putting yourself on the council tax. At least put yourself on the tenancy. Usually, even if you are uh, staying in a rented accommodation, let's say it's sublet. There are several people living in the same property. You just share a room. I know I have lived like that with my wife in the initial days. So in that case, definitely put yourself, even that one page tenancy agreement does matter. I've used that many times for spouse visas also. So uh, if you have that one page tenancy agreement, which usually those subletters will give you, that is perfectly fine. Have both your names on it. Yeah, I'll come to other documents, registering with school, GP, etc. Let me pick up some things that my wife has asked me. So I'm in Costco, I'm shopping, I will cover these things as well. So another document that you should always register is, okay, there are some live questions. Let me cover mine. Thanks as per your advice. I switched from 3C to skilled worker visa successfully. Thank you very much, Rumil. Yeah, become, I think you are already a subscriber. Yeah, consider becoming a paid member if that helps you, and support the channel. A real cost number must start with, usually with a C. Real cost numbers usually start with a C. I doubt. I have never seen a course without. I don't know. They may start a new series, but I'm not sure whether there is any reference. I've never seen a course that starts other than a C. I don't think so. In case of a skilled worker, definitely. So coming back to my advice on documents, or once you arrive in the UK. So in this video, I'm trying to cover all the documentation that you should register once you arrive in the UK. Let me put two more things. Okay. Okay, so another document that you all should always register is on with the GP. As soon as you arrive in the UK, the GPs many times won't ask you any visa also. Very rarely GPs ask for a visa. You just have to fill up the form. Mostly it is in person. Just Google search as soon as you arrive wherever you are living. Doesn't matter, even if you are changing places, if you know that you will be moving within 3 months or so, register with one GP and then subsequently you can change it. It's very easy. You go online or sometimes just call them, fill up a new form. It's very easy. This is very important, not just with address proof. I will get into other aspects, credit score, election voting, and many other things. So the goal of this video is to help you out with all the documentation that you should start building up from the first day you arrive in the UK, within the 3 months. I did many of these things in the first month when I came back. I think in 2012. Yeah, 2012 when I came for the first time. I was on a student. I was a student dependent. My wife was a student, and that's where we started. I was living in one shed, one room, not even a whole apartment. But yes, I had my background in banking, so I knew how to build up a credit score also. So I had worked with banks in New York City as well. So I have that background. So I knew how credit score works and everything. So I will give those tips also. So first thing I covered was council tax bill. Register jointly on the council tax bill if you are privately renting. If you're not, then at least put your name on the tenancy agreement. So that is my first suggestion. Secondly, on the GP. GP is, I think, general practitioner or a doctor in the UK. That's how we call it. So if definitely register with the GP as soon as you arrive in the UK, maybe next day, maybe within a week. It's not a big deal. Just walk to the GP or call them, ask for an appointment. I think the receptionists usually have the forms, you fill up and give it. Most of the GPs should work like that. So that also creates your address proof. It also creates your record. This can be used, GP letter, GP registration can be used for, a GP registration can be used to show as proof of cohabitation. So coming back to the partner visa, so I will touch on different aspects where the same document will be helpful for you, either to prove cohabitation with your partner or maybe build up your credit score or anything else for that matter. So cohabitation with partners, yes, GP registration will help you. At the point when you're applying, you can get a letter from the GP saying how long you have been registered with the GP at that particular address. So that is a common one you can do. Or some GPs also send a letter of registration with your name and address on it. That is a strong document. So GP registration, definitely do it. Change it if you move around, definitely. Thirdly, opening a bank account. Usually once you have a visa, you should be able to open a bank account. I know most of the people nowadays go with that online challenger banks, Monzo Bank and all of that. Monzo as of today is still not a bank. Yeah, they are a money, they call something. Yeah, they are in the registration process. But still, yeah, that is fine. But have a proper bank in the UK. Any high street banks, I know they will give you appointments very long. It will be 1 month appointment. I remember even I had, I think 2 weeks or 4 weeks appointment even in 2012 when I went to Barclays for the first time. Barclays was the easier bank, I know. They just took that one-page tenancy agreement and they did open it in 2012, I remember. I don't know what is the policy now, but yes, if you have a visa and one address proof, banks will open the account. That's a common thing that I've seen. So this is about, so bank statement. First was council tax bill. Second is GP registration. Then the third point I am covering is yeah, bank statements. Go with any bank. I don't care which bank it is. You can move banks. You can have 10 banks in the UK. So banks will always avoid you having many accounts. I have accounts which I'm not using, I think, but with 8 or 10 banks. But that always helps with saving. That I will explain on my personal channel how you open different banks, how you do savings and all of that. But then yes, you can open several bank accounts in the UK. Banks may tell you anything. I remember me and my wife, we entered into HSBC to open an account and they said, no, you have to transfer all your relationships to us. But that is not correct. If a bank is saying so, it's not correct. You can have n number of banks in the bank accounts in the UK. Let me put something else. I have a list from my wife. Let us see what do I have. And then I will continue on the next document. Just bear with me. Okay, so vegetables, what do I have? Eggs are done. Pancakes. Okay, let's go in the frozen section. Okay, so the second point, bank accounts is done. 1, 2, 3. These are very, very important things. I know people don't know about this. People mess up. Many times people do these things after 2 years and 3 years. You waste a lot of your life. You waste a lot of money financially because you would lose your credit score and many other things for that matter. I've seen that. So let me put some things. Okay, where is the banana? Okay, so second was the bank account. Thirdly, if you are from any of these countries, I am from India, so I am now I'm British, but I was originally from India. So if you are from any of the Commonwealth countries, I think it is India, Pakistan, Nigeria, etc., etc. Long list of countries. You have a right to vote in the UK. I voted in the first 6 months. I remember there was some election, so you can register yourself to vote if you are a Commonwealth national. Even with your any visa you may have, you should be resident in the UK, not on a visitor visa. Other than a visitor visa, you are a student, you are a graduate holder, you are a skilled worker, whatever that is, I don't care. Any other visa other than a visitor visa, you can register yourself for voting. I will tell you how it helps. Okay. Okay, apples. Is this the one? Okay, let's take it. Okay, so with the voting, you may or may not vote. But the important thing is by putting yourself on the voters register, you start building up your credit score. It will help you. I can guarantee you that. I was into banking. I am not just telling you from. I have worked on derivatives and very much different areas. I was in New York City before. My previous career is in banking. At least of 8 years or so, I was into finance. So Apple is done. So yeah, register yourself on the electoral register. You may vote also. I have voted in all the elections. I have even voted in Brexit. Yeah, so you can vote if you are a Commonwealth national with some kind of a visa in the UK other than a visitor visa. Register yourself to vote. That registration from the voters electoral roll, they will send you a letter. That is a strong evidence of cohabitation, address proof also. If you are showing that you are living with your partner, either you are on a partner visa or spouse visa, that is a very strong evidence if you are on the electoral register with your partner at the same address at the same time. Anytime you change addresses, make sure you change all the documents that I am talking about, starting from council tax to GP registration to bank statements to this one with electoral register. no doubt it will help you with the cohabitation evidence. It will also help you. Let me put the potatoes. Okay. So it will also help you with, so the voters registration will help you with your credit score. I can guarantee you that. The way I will explain more about financing on my personal channel, there is a link you can connect there. I'm going to build some videos over there. But just to give a brief idea, uh, all the credit reference agencies, whether it is TransUnion or whichever one that is, they do, if the longer record you have on the electoral register, the better for you. So if you have a 1 year record, if you have a 5 year record compared to 1 year, 5 years is preferred. I have almost 100% credit score. So whatever that is, 900 out of 900 or something, whatever they call it, I have that because I manage it like that. So from day one I have started it. So electoral register is very very important. You should register. I'll get to the credit card aspect, which students and graduate holders will definitely be for the all. It will be very helpful. I put potato. Okay, so let me just take off some of the things from my list. Okay, tomatoes is over there. Nice. Sorry, I have a long list of items to buy. So let me take it through. Lemons are over there. Cucumber should be inside. Okay, so about the credit card. So once you are at least, once you open a bank account and you are on the electoral register, after 6 months of being on the electoral register and having at least one credit account, a bank account is treated as a credit account. Or if you have a contract phone, so this is a contract phone from EE, that is a credit account. So because it's a billing account, I pay at the end of the month. So that is called as a credit account. So where a creditor has given you even that 40 pounds or whatever that is for your billing, then it is treated. Okay, I was talking of credit card, so that's where I'm getting at from bank accounts. Uh, Once you are 6 months on the electoral roll, definitely consider applying for a credit card, even if that is refused, doesn't matter. Blueberries. So the longer credit history you have with different creditors, along with electoral registration, the better it is for you, the better it is for creditors to give you a credit card. So uh, at least I applied when I came around 2000. There is a concept of secured credit card. I think in the UK, when I was in the US, that's how I built my credit history. Just 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Let me put the salads. Yeah. So the longer his credit history. So what I was saying was about credit cards. There was a concept. I'm trying to search on. Many people are asking me about the secured credit card, but currently I think I don't know. At that time I opened the Capital One. So the smaller credit card companies, Capital One, Aqua, and something water or something. I don't know. There is one more company. There are two, three, four of them, which are the lower in grade. They are not high street banks, but they with them if you apply for a credit card, you have a higher chances of success. So this is what you should do. I opened with Capital One. I remember I gave them 200 pounds as a deposit. It was a secured credit card. I don't think they are offering the secured ones now, but search for secured credit cards if you don't have them. But anyways, once you are 6 months on the electoral register and you have one credit account, just one bank account also, you can apply for a credit card. Try for it. Don't try it in the first month. I know they will refuse it because you don't have any record in the UK. After 6 months, after 1 year, definitely some bank will agree because they will see 1 year of your performance on the credit account. So definitely after 1 year, you should apply. Credit card will help you. I will get into the other aspects. Okay, just 1 minute. So, okay, I've taken this one, this one. Yeah. So credit card definitely apply after 1 year being in the UK. I would recommend it even if you're a student, doesn't matter. You work 20 hours, you earn something, you are generating some numbers in your bank account, you are spending, you don't overdraw. Never overdraw from your bank account. Even if they give you, call the call center or something, tell them I don't want an overdraft. That's a bad thing. Yeah, so yeah, on your bank account. So a bank account is you put your money and you use that. Very simple. Debit card. Till the time you don't have a credit card, use your debit card, but never overdraw. That's my suggestion. I would always say that. There are bad repercussions of that. So let me pick up something. Have I taken some things? I'll take off some things from my list. Potatoes are done. Petrol, I will do it. Cauliflower. Where is cauliflower? This is cauliflower. Okay. Okay. Mini cucumbers are done. I'll come back to this point 1 minute. Just cauliflower is done. Blueberry, strawberry. This is done. Strawberries are done. Potatoes red. Don't know what that is. Okay. Corn. So never overdraw on your bank accounts. I can tell you that. Rather wait for 1 year, apply for a credit card, get a credit card. Even if that is £100 of credit they've given you, they begin with 100, 200. They will give you after 10 years. I have 10,000 and much more credit being given. I never use that obviously. I don't even use 5% of my credit. Yeah. So that is something in future. But your goal is to go up to 10,000. But with the credit card, you need to start slow. Even if they give you £150 credit, doesn't matter. Whatever that is, use that, repay it every month, and that's how you build your credit score. It will help you with buying a house in the UK after 5 years. We bought it exactly after 5 years once we got our ILR. I think 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. There was something in between because we were students, and then we moved on to the skilled worker, tier 2 general at that time. So exactly after 6 years we bought our house. That was because of the credit score that I started building from day one. That is my suggestion. What else? What else? Corn is done. Mushrooms is done. Okay, so continuing with what I was saying. Okay, yes, so I'm stressing on the credit card because I know people are 5 years in the UK. After that, they ask me about credit cards. So rather than that, you at the beginning itself, at the inception, once you arrive, you start building your credit history. Your goal is to get a credit card after 1 year. You may not get it at the first instance. That's perfectly fine. Apply after 6 months. Wait for it. You will get it after 1 year. If you are on the electoral register for 1 year, if you have at least one bank account, and that's it, those two things should, after 1 year, and you're using that bank account for 1 year, definitely I am very positive you should get it. I got the secured one in the first month only. At the time the secured credit cards were there in the UK, only Capital One was offering. Google search, if they start offering it some time, definitely take it. They will, what they do, what is a secured credit card? You pay £200 into the account, they keep it in a side account, then they allow you a credit of 200 and then they use it. If you run away with the money, they have that deposit. So that's the logic behind that. But what happens is, the way I also did it, uh, they gave me £200 credit. After 6 months, they released the whole £200 because they saw the performance over 6 months. I was using it and then I was repaying it. After 6 months, they released it. Then after 12 months, they released, increased my credit score, credit history, credit limit to 1200 pounds, I remember. So that was when secured credit card was there. But then definitely, even if they are not there, you should build up your credit history. That's a very, very important thing in many things. It shows up, I can tell you, when you go to get a phone contract, when you go to get a mortgage, when you do whatever. So that is another thing. And once your record is, and even for the cohabitation evidence, if you are trying to show that you have been living together with your partner for a particular period, you have the credit card statements, etc., yes, that does help. You can use that as well. That is also a private credit account by another provider. So that is anyways there. So all these documents will help you with cohabitation evidence in case of a spouse visa, partner visa, or dependent partner visa with any PBS routes, whether student dependent, skilled worker dependent, graduate route, etc. So what else? Let me put something, my onions over here. White onions. Okay, white onions are done. Have to go to lemons. Okay. Okay, so that was about credit cards. So I've covered council tax bill. These are the ones you should register, all of them except the credit card. Maybe wait for 6 months. Definitely do it in the first month only. You are free if you, in the first month you don't have much to do. Even I didn't have it in the first month when I came to the UK. You don't know much. You are just walking around on the high streets if you have come to the UK for the first time. So use that time, open a bank account, maybe two preferably I would say, and then yeah, start with the two bank account model. I'll explain that just 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, lemons. Let's put the lemons. Okay, the two bank account model. You can do. I did a four bank account model when I came. The lowest you can do is, I know people who may not have had. As I said, I have about, I don't know, 8 to 10 bank accounts. Most of them are dormant, but I'm using about 4 or 5 of them regularly. But that helps with saving habit, with the habit of saving. So every month, some part of your income, maybe £5, doesn't matter, whatever that is, let it go into some accounts. So if you have two bank models, let maybe £5. I'm not saying that you have to do 10%, 1% any modeling. A percentage does help you, yeah. But if you are not very good with the percentage calculations, get any number. It doesn't matter, even if it is £5 or £10. So let me see. I've got this one. But yes, definitely open two bank accounts minimum. One is your whichever income account where your salary or something is coming, income is coming, and the other one is every month make sure you have a standing order, direct debit, whatever you call it. Every country calls it differently. In India they call it standing order. In the US they call it something else. I forgot. Over here it's I think standing order or something. Yeah. So some amount, let's say even if it is £25, I'll just take that as an example. You should automatically transfer that every month. Every month, as soon as your salary comes, maybe next day or the same day only, set it up. It will help you. It will help you. I have done all these things. I can tell you. I know. I have tested this. So it's a tested model for last. Thing I have been working. Yeah, I graduated. First graduation was 2002. So about 22 years. 22 years. Yeah, I have been doing the saving habit for about 22 years now. So I have tested it on many occasions. All my goals are achieved with that habit. Yeah. So yes, opening the other bank account, I would recommend that. Yeah, but that's your personal choice if you really want to save. Uh, Lollipops, pancakes, tomatoes. Why am I not getting the tomatoes? Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find some tomatoes. I'm not getting them. Tomato. Okay, where is that? Yeah, so open at least one bank account and maybe another one preferably. Yeah, that's not from visa purposes, but then for building up your life. So this video I'm trying to cover not just visa perspective evidences. That is fine. They will help you, these things, but also to build up your life in the UK. Mainly credit score, which is the biggest one, or buying a house in future, having a buffer. So one, there are no tomatoes. So having a buffer of, say, for example, I have seen this happen. last month we were submitting about many of these pending results applications for students, for graduate route holders switching to, no,